In the last episode, we arrived on a new island, apparently in the high north, and also my mouse cursor has disappeared. There it is. Okay, now we're getting places. Didn't find it, now everything works. So, we also, we started building a harbour and a shipyard. I want to connect those. Let's just do that, and let's play the Settlers 2. And now, if you look closely here, you see that we now have waterways as well. So we can build a waterway instead of a regular, well, landway. Why would we want to do that? I'll show you. Sometimes you have, for example, if I wanted to go from here to there, I could just either try to go all the way around that, or I could just build a waterway. Waterways, I believe, will not get leveled up, so they will not get a pack mule. So they are a bit less capable than regular ways, but they do have their uses. Though I believe a boat can hold more than one item. I'm not sure though, so we'll have to look into that when we get to it. There's also a mountain here, which I really want to have. There's bound to be some kind of resource over there. So, the question is, where do I want to put the guardhouse for that? That's a lot of stone. Oh well, let's actually wait for the shipyard to be constructed. Just hit V quickly, so things go a bit faster. Our sawmills are well occupied, that's good. Now those woodcutters here are going to be torn down. I just want them to deforest this section here, especially this one. I don't know if I can expand onto the snow. I would believe I can't. Now, I want to save a bit of space for farmlands here. So I guess we can just build farms that way. Should be fine. I should totally disable Skype. Now that I see it, I should totally disable Skype. Also, let me just see how we're looking on stonemasons. Well, woodcutters here, stonemason. We do have another stonemason. So my idea would be to build a second quarry here, which should significantly speed up the process of getting rid of all of this junk. Because I would like to have my barracks right over here. Oh boy, it's hot as snowing. Quite massively, in fact. We're about 0 degrees here, so it's probably going to not stay too long. It's probably just going to get all mushy and unpleasant. Oh well. I'm also a bit late with my... Oh, I have a military building. I had a military building built here. I'm a bit late with this video. Last time we did a very long live stream, which, by the way, I tend to do on YouTube for the most part, because first off, I'm a very loyal dog, and secondly, I've tried Twitch and wasn't too impressed with it. Mostly because... Let's put it here and introduce with fishing hut later. Mostly because it's... I've been experiencing some weird issues where I could not stream if I cancel or if I ended one stream, so I couldn't retry it, for example, or if the connection died, it would just kick me out and I would have to restart my computer and stuff like that, which I wasn't very happy about. And sometimes even that didn't fix it, so it seemed to be random. I also kind of forgot my password again. And yeah, I just found YouTube streaming to be a bit more convenient, for all that's worth. And that's why I'm basically mostly, or actually exclusively streaming on YouTube at the moment. So if you want to watch those streams, I try to do a stream every Saturday at 11 PM, that is German time. And I may do a few more live streams under the week if I do feel like it. Now the big downside of doing live streams is that I don't get as many videos, so it's harder to prepare videos. With that we have a shipyard. So yeah, the guy will use wood and will make little boats. We can also tell him to build a ship. If I click here, I can tell him to build a ship. I currently don't want a ship because we don't have a harbor yet. And we might need more stuff to expand. But we can now build ships. How many boats do I have? Oh, here. We have 2 boats. And we might actually want a 3rd sawmill because this thing will sap a significant amount of resources. There you go. The first boat has been made and it's being carried over to the headquarters now. I would suppose those are bloody heavy. Okay, so yeah, the big downside of streaming and of doing longer videos is I get less videos out of a gaming session. Regularly I get, when I did my 15-minute videos I got away quite easily because I would play for 1 or 2 hours and I'd get between 4 to 8 videos out of it. Which I could then upload and I'd be set for 2 months. Okay? With the live stream I did 3 hours of Settlers 2 and did not get something between 5 to 9 videos out of it. So yeah, I got a bit shorter there, and I have to record more now. And the last weeks have been a bit busy. Yesterday I actually wanted to record, then I remembered there was the annual Santa Claus seminar, which is always at around this time. There will be a second one, but I don't need to attend to that. Basically, if you want to play Santa Claus, you have to attend to at least one of those 2 seminars they offer, because they want to be sure that they can claim to have taught you everything. Otherwise, if I mess up, if I appear, for example, completely hammered, or if I smoke, which I don't do, but if I had smoked before the before showing up, would smell of cigarettes, then that would of course be viewed quite negative by the customers. So I would have to, well, hand over my income to the people who employed me. So that's something I want to avoid, and they can probably sue or they would go sue them, but they could request a refund, and they're paying quite a lot, so it's always fun. Also, they have free cookies, which is my primary reason for appearing there. Because let's face it, after 10 years, there's not too much new stuff they can teach me. Although they usually request the presence of the older Santa Clauses just for the sake of having some people to share their experiences, because the people who usually lead that seminar never have been acting as Santa Claus, so it's kind of pointless. How many pack mules do we have? 14, okay. We're still good. This might be a good spot for a donkey breeder, because we don't have too much space around that. Also, let's look at the harbour building here. We can start an expedition, which means we'll have to drop a whole lot of resources, and they will basically build another harbour building. Just somewhere else. Obviously I need a ship for that. So I would have to set this here. I might actually do that later. Where's my objective? Okay, we'll have to. Fine, we'll do that. So the harbour's ready now. The harbour acts as a storehouse, so you don't need another one here. And since we have some boats, let's build a ship. It doesn't require more, but the ship has to be built somewhere else. And it will make its way over here. We'll actually watch the shipwright for a moment. Maybe we'll get to see him work. Probably not now, though. He's, could just do the window thing. Observation window. Can we zoom out? So there you go. Now we can watch the shipwright. That. And now I kind of have to wait for that place I wanted cleared to be, well, cleared. I could just go here. But I really want to get my guardhouse over here, just to maximize the amount of area I can get out of it. But honestly, since we have another stonemason, let's just go nuts here and build another one. That. And disable that again. Something tells me we'll not get too many more stones out of the after this one. So can I have a scout? Something I don't quite understand, to be honest, is the scout tower, or the lookout tower. It never strikes me as much of a useful building. Also, this is the beginning of our ship, just in case you haven't seen it. It's not going too far away from the actual building. But you want to have this shipyard near... you want to have that near the beach, because he'll have to go there. So if I had built it here, we'd lose a lot of time with the shipwright just going back and forth between his building and place, by the way, and the place where he builds the ship. Although, of course, you could have one shipyard inland, which would create the small boats, and you could have one for the big ships, but I don't think that's really worth it. Also, a comment said that, I'm not sure if I've addressed that in the live stream already, totally forgot about that, that you basically want to cut your roads in as many pieces as possible, because that would apparently be quicker. Or better. Now, it shouldn't be quicker, because it doesn't matter if I have, or if a person has to go from here to there, and then from here to there, and then from here to there, or if he just goes from here to there straightly. But, of course, the road in question could handle a lot more items at the same time, which I suppose is good, because otherwise it would just... stuff would just stack and be overall unpleasant to deal with. I want to build a road from here to there, though, because I feel like this would be space that could as well be occupied by a tree, which is what I want there. Well, this place might need a flag. We probably want more flags along this way as well later. This guy should still have some trees to deal with. We'll build a guardhouse there just to be safe, and we'll see if we can actually build on the snow. I'll actually build barracks here. Probably easier. I don't need this building anymore. So let's free up a woodcutter again. Could put him right over here. Let's actually do that. Squeeze a guardhouse right in there. It's close enough to the border that we can make use of it. And I want to have those trees gone. So let's build a woodcutter right here. So also a flag to the road, so it's a win-win situation for all of us. Now this guy may actually be able to reach those trees, which I don't want him to. So we'll have to make sure he doesn't get there, or we will have to just take this building down in time. So I believe a forester will serve 2 woodcutters, and no more. Also, I think this place can safely be cut into sections. But yeah, we'll have to build a second road to that. Guess I'll do this now. It's probably a good idea to build the second road. Make a national road network as opposed to a road, I don't know, snowflake. It's still burning. That ship is coming along nicely. Reminds me totally of the old seafaring games I used to play. Quite a lot of those. I don't know if any of you know the company Ascaron. They were quite known for a lot of those seafaring economy trading simulation games. They actually started with those back in the 90s, if not earlier. And I've actually played some of their games when my brother bought a CD, or like a CD collection with 3 of their oldest games, like the Patrician 1, Sand Foam, and a game that I quite enjoyed most was Elizabeth I. I think it was also called Gloriana in some sections of the world. And oh boy, how much time we spent with that. It was absolutely glorious. And I'll probably never be able to get this onto the channel because it's... let's say the game itself was not running the most stable, even with a machine that was powerful enough to handle it. And that doesn't mean too much because it was a Windows 95 computer. Oh boy, now I feel old. And yeah, it was prone to crashing, let's just say that. And it didn't quite work all the time. The game itself was great if you got it to work, and when you got it to work. It had quite a lot of freedom actually for a very simple... for its time, it had a lot of freedom. At least I feel like it had. And there were a lot of concepts and ideas, which I quite liked. They actually got the sea battles pretty fun most of the time. That was great. They also had a very, very good story campaign mode, which I enjoyed greatly. And sorry about the construction thing there. And yeah, I've also played the Port Royal series, which the first one was still under Ascaron. I think the second one as well, and the third one went to Calypso Media, who I think bought all their IPs. And they're also known for the Sacred series. At least Sacred 1 and 2, not the third one. That was... nobody talks about that one, okay? Sacred 3, I've never played it. I've heard about it though, and I don't feel I would want to play it. Although, to be fair, Sacred 2 was a buggy mess as well. It's a bit over it. I think it looks a bit better in the with the nostalgia goggles on. If you think about it, back in the day, what it offered to you, it had quite a lot of customization options for your character class, your inventory. It had a kind of interesting loot system. But oh boy, I've had it crash on so many occasions on me that I just lost interest in playing it altogether. And I think there were other issues as well, like we talked about this at least once by now. Infamous quest system, or the infamous escort quest. It made me want to actually kill the escortee myself. Not sure if this would be able to hold a farm. Military building occupied, that's wonderful news. Can I get a woodcutter right here? Actually, over there would be better. Get me one of those woodcutters. Can we link that up? Ah, damn it. Okay, forget about that. No. That road has to go. In fact, that entire thing has to go. Because we can't have a woodcutter construction site here and expect that to cut down the trees for us. So it will probably have to go somewhere here. Good, it links up there. Now we also want to have a flag over here. Let's just flag right there. Can I get this connected to this? Yes. Great. Now we want the geologist. And now that this is mostly clear, we'll probably want to get this stonemason evicted. Is he currently on the way to cut or to mason some stone? I don't think he is. Just, I know he might have just bought something in. So we'll wait for him to give us one more stone and then we'll evict him. Yeah, this place might actually be good for our first wheat farm. That is grain, not weed. Ah, the geologist has arrived and he has found coal. Very nice. We want all the coal we can get, and this time I'll just build one mine and leave that be. Get me the geologist up here. I have not saved for 30 minutes, that's fine. I've not achieved anything in 30 minutes either. And we have a boat, which is almost ready. Coal, and we found a military building. I should find it. Just make sure those are not paid. Okay, and as I said, this time I will just leave this. I will leave this coal mostly to itself. And there's the stonemason. Off to mason some more stone. But he won't get there because we'll have him kicked out. He's just walking too far now. Found water, that's kinda useless. I was hoping for iron. Because that's something we definitely want to have. Also not sure what the shipwright needs in terms of tools. I think in order to make another shipwright you'd need more saws. Or something. It's hard to tell really. We have the shipwright. Yeah, I have no idea what he needs. Absolutely no clue. How many miners do I have? We have 5 pickaxes, so we shouldn't run out of miners too soon. Where are they? Oh. Geologists, scouts. Where are the miners? Oh, here. We have 6 of those. It's fine. It's a lot of code. So I'm hoping this mine will actually last for quite a while. Although we do need to get some food going now. Quite direly, in fact. And the ship is ready. As you can see, it is now already here. Okay, and organize an expedition. So, we'll click on that, and we'll say start expedition. Which will do not too much right now. But this will prompt the, as you can see there, this will prompt the, I actually want to cut this into bits as well. This will prompt the headquarters to dispatch some resources, which will be sent down that road. Do I have helpers in here? I do. So they basically send resources for another harbor building into that building, so they will be loaded on that ship. And from there on they'll be just sent down the road. Or sent into a direction I choose, I believe. We have the Neptune. And I think we can actually use those to transport goods between colonies as well. So for example, if I find a place that has a lot of gold, I can actually have that shipped back and forth, I believe. Don't quote me on that though. Now why we just can't sail back to Rome with that is beyond me. Apparently we still have to move on. I wonder if there's some gold over there, if there's more stuff over there. I think another coal mine over here might be a decent idea. Don't get too much mountain out of this though, which is kind of sad. Let's build a coal mine over here. I think that's far enough away. And let's get another geologist. I'm still hoping for gold or iron somewhere. I believe this place can also safely be destroyed. In fact, we'll not just take that down, we'll destroy all of that. Can I build here? I cannot. Who would have guessed? Well, now we know at least. And we have a good amount of space here. I think this stuff here will allow us to farm as well. So once this building has burnt down, and probably this one as well, let's take that down as well. This, those few trees up there don't really make a big difference to us. So we'll grab some space. That. Luckily it didn't kill the sawmill. Okay. Yeah, that's not where I want him to actually scout for resources, but we'll deal with later. Okay, how's the expedition going along? See, they're stacking up stuff here. Again, I believe it's just the amount of stuff you need for a new expedition. And our shipwright is doing another boat here. I believe every expedition requires an extra ship. This is going to be quite expensive in terms of lumber. Also in terms of stone, but I don't think that's too much of a deal. Also note how the diary quite directly said this Viking guy we found was a shipwright, and we started employing him. Get this directly connected. That just bothered me. And he's still standing here, so we do certainly have a shipwright. Not this guy as a fisherman, but there's a shipwright, and there's the guy who's supposedly the shipwright we found. So yeah, just saying, it doesn't make sense. Or it's a bit of a plot hole, I guess. Okay, this guy is cutting wood. And it stopped snowing again, and there is next to no snow visible outside, so yeah. 0 degrees, probably a bit higher than that here, because I believe the weather station my phone is hooking up to find the temperature is near the Dresden airport, which is quite a bit above Dresden. Not too far above, but it's kind of on the mountains, so it's colder there, and generally warmer in the center of town, which is where I live, or center of the city rather. Which is, I think it's a general effect that inner cities are warmer than the surroundings. So yeah, we probably have a bit above 0 degrees here, which means that snow is not going to last for a very long time. As evident by outside. Still occasional snowflake coming down, but yeah, no big deal. Where to expand next? I think I'll definitely want to have some farms over here. I think if I build it here, I can do the farm thing. Where do I have my notes? I'll probably have to look that up again. Where's my... That's my... It's not. Ah, I found my old book actually. Should have my... Where is that? Okay, there is no actual message for me. Ah, there we go. So, if we can squeeze a farm in here, we should totally do so. Okay, 1, 2. Actually, no. 2. This might actually not work, because I can't build a road from here. So interrupt that, and we probably won't be able to put that there. Maybe here would be better. Let's try that. So, 2. Flag. Road. That way. This way. That way. There. Over here. There. And from here we want to go left, up, up, up. Here. Damn, I can't build there. Can't go there, because that's just out of my reach. So I guess we'll need another barrack. That here. Just some space left. Just build the barrack. We don't need to secure much space because all that is useless land to us. I'll leave that farm there for later. Or this construction site rather. Soon to be a farm. Do this. Oh, expedition ship ready to sail. Okay. So now I think you have to click on this, and then we pick a direction for it. So I can send it south, southeast, or northeast. Since that currently seems to be kind of pointless, we'll go south, because we're in the north and Rome should be there, right? So let's go south. Also cancel expedition or something. So let's go south and see what we can find. So the ship will sail south now and we'll find something, hopefully. Whatever they find, it will land there, I think. You're veering to the southwest, my friend. I'm not sure if those paths are essentially scripted or if it just goes there and finds something eventually. Because the last time I've played this mission has been like way more than 10 years ago. Which means I don't remember where exactly my ship landed when I was playing that. Quite a way south though. Now obviously the danger of that is that you end up with a very hard to defend place. Okay, where will we end up? There's land sighted. There's even stone here. Could totally go with that. Okay, let me just make sure that my building is not paid. Okay, the expedition ship has landed. I think I can tell it to either build there or to move on. But since we have stone, we have some trees, and we even seem to have a mountain here, I think that is worth staying. So, Neptune, build a harbor. There we go. Now we have a harbor. And the ship will sail back. I think we'll just have to wait for that storehouse to be finished, so it's fine. I'm not sure if they will just, like, ship things back and forth now, or if they do something useful, if this ship will be available for another expedition. In the meantime, let's just finish this construction here. Okay, this, that, that. This, there. Flag. And that's done. Just go over to this flag. This looks totally weird, but I think it's fine. Can I squeeze a windmill over there? Oh, we actually need a bakery, a well, as well. Haha. Oh, it's fun. Ah, go away. Could even squeeze a pig farm over here. Get me... geologists. Get me another one over here. There's my second ship. And no, that's a Neptune. Which, well, there's options. Okay, monitor these ships. Okay, that's fine. Okay, not sure what that does for me. I found water, that's great. Once the second ship is done, I'll probably just set him to build the small boats, because we don't need them anymore. Okay, build the small ones now. Another ship is ready. Let's see what this one is called. The Mars, who would have guessed? Why are you looking for water on the road? Just why? Anyway, we need that well. So, I guess if we can squeeze it in right there, it'll do fine. Well, this is going to cost us a lot of resources now. And yeah, expeditioning is quite expensive. Okay, you can safely remove now. I mean, you could probably also go for those trees here, not those buildings, those trees, which have been built there by nature itself. Okay, let's have a look at our wonderful, not yet finished harbour. Here. Just saying. So, we landed the first expedition, which is kind of great. So, I'm afraid there's not too much stuff to get over here. Although I suppose we could squeeze another coal mine over there. Let's try that. Hack. Here. And get the geologists out. We do have quite a few stones now, and obviously our lumber supply is a bit shorter because we do need a lot for those ships. How many boards will make up one boat? Just for the fun of it. There can build a waterway now, and I could just link it up there, for example. I currently don't want to, so but we will probably build waterways sooner or later. Can be quite handy as a... But obviously we can't build a waterway to our next harbor because there's quite a lot of unoccupied land between us. And I can't just build a road in the middle of, or in land I don't own, and neither can I do a waterway. So yeah. But just like in any other strategy game, having a second base is generally a good idea, or having to have an expansion to your base. I think that's the proper terminology. Let's get a donkey right up here. Yippee! Donkey right here. Yippee! And pull over here. And there. Since we don't really have space for buildings there, let's make this secondary connection as well. Link it over here, no. Actually, no, that should be fine. Flag here, though. Really not link that up here. No, I can't. Why not? Wouldn't that be so much nicer? Yeah. Fine, don't let me build the road then. Okay, we also need a bakery. Totally forgot that. We need a bakery. I don't think there's enough space for another farm. We really could build a pig farm here. Though this... Okay, if we built it... yeah. Ah. Don't think that's enough. Actually, it might be space. Let's try it. Let's try to build a farm here. Okay, one day I'll remember that. So this is 1, 2, flag. 2. This looks so weird when you don't have a planed area. This is how it should be looking like. Okay. There. This and that. This and that. There. There. Then we'll go all the way over there. Okay, so this works. Turns out this does work. And what also turns out is we want to have a bakery right here. Bakery, bakery, bakery. Bakery. We need one of those as well. For now we want a bakery. I'll probably build a brewery by the time we get to have iron as well. So once we get a smelter, we'll probably get a brewery, and then we'll just create recruits. We still have 6 beer and no shields. It's obviously we didn't think to bring a sword and a shield, we only brought a shield or a sword. Okay, this place is ready now. I haven't saved, that's fine. Water found, that's fine. And the sword is ready. So let's see what we can do here. This place has a bunch of stuff. We can start the expedition from here, which is kind of a waste. I believe we'd want to have some stuff over here as well. Okay, what can we build here? Not too much. So we'll have to build a guardhouse for one. Can I get a scout? I don't want the landing flag. Okay, now how to get... Okay. Ah, now they're transporting goods. Right. So we're transporting stones right now. I believe it might be a good idea to actually build another big ship. Just to make sure we can transport stuff efficiently and link those colonies up nicely. I just realized we're about 45 minutes into an episode. That's good to know. I'm not sure how they determine what goods are brought back, by the way. Okay. What the hell was that? Not sure why they would store logs in here. Kind of want another farm here somewhere. Sorry, I keep forgetting to disable that. I think we can build another guardhouse over here. And connect it that. Okay, so we have two highly efficient farm, well, one highly efficient farm and as efficient as it gets, and another one in the making. They played this quite nicely. Also got a food industry going, which is, I think, quite nice, and we got our first expedition done, which I think is also kind of a milestone, although we're supposed to have that anyway. Yeah, maybe one of you should have thought about bringing lumber, right? Doesn't seem like there was need too much of that. Okay. I also think ships cannot be attacked, so there's not... At least I didn't see that, and then this is... I think this or the next one is as far as I got in my off-camera games all the way back in my younger days. So we are about to enter territory I have not seen before. There's another place for a coal mine right there. Let's do that. We can never have enough coal. I think this is pretty much as the one mine can handle. What are we feeding them with? No, we don't have too much stuff. Should be out of food by now. Although no, we still have fish. Forgot about that. We still have fish. Our wells are built up. That's good. Can I build a... I kind of want a pig farm here. But that place is probably... It might even be able to... Actually, no, with all the trees going on here, we don't want to have a... we don't want to have a wheat farm there. And since this is fitting quite nicely, we'll just put a slaughterhouse over there. We might need another well. Since we've learned in the last episode that, or in the last scenario, that apparently one well cannot power everything, we'll have to give them some more. Okay, so apparently the donkey breeder is well equipped with water now. The sad thing is they're limited in terms of grain, because we don't have too much of that stuff. We might be running short on donkeys very soon. We're down to 6, so we still have some capacity for better roads. So, back here. Make things all the more efficient. We'll also have to ferry a soldier down there. I just noticed that. We'll have to ferry a soldier down there to occupy that guardhouse and give us some actual space to work with. it seems to be kind of on demand, so if we do something here that needs doing, or that needs ferrying... Oh, there we go, now we are shipping some troops. Quite a lot of them. I think one would have been fine. Just saying. One would have been all we needed. Yeah, go with more. Load up. You only loaded 2 of those. So now we have like 5 soldiers in here. And you only loaded 2. Probably because that's what the guardhouse needed. Oh well. Oh, this guy is still at it. I thought he was done there. But yeah, this seems like it's going to be our mining colony. I'm hoping for iron. Which, if we get coal in those mountains as well, we'll probably also try to smelt. And if we won't, well, we won't. But first things first, it's basically a new city, so we'll want to build a forester and a sawmill and some woodcutters first, just so we don't have to keep shipping resources back and forth. I mean, this is kind of cumbersome, so I don't want to do that. Although we do have the resources here, we have quite a massive production line. Occupied? Oh, that one. Wonderful. Okay, that. We need another woodcutter here. Can we fit a quarry somewhere? Let's quarry this up first. Give me a quarry. Ferry? What's the pronunciation for that? Up there. And a woodcutter which can hopefully link up to here. It's actually a nice and straight line, so we'll keep that. Another military building has been occupied. It's good news. Also don't want those guys to be paid. Okay, now we need a... Oh, there's a lot of mountain there. We want to start off with a quarry. Obviously, this will remove 1 stonemason from, I'm gonna say, circulation. Let's get a woodcutter here as well. We don't have enough space for a sawmill just yet, so that'll have to wait. Guardhouse here. I don't know where the enemy is. That is just a bit too long ago. Also, you might want to ferry a geologist down here. Just saying. We need one down here. Oh, and yeah, more boats. I think once this colony is basically standing on its own, we can get another expedition going to another place. But until that happens, we'll probably want to stick to what we can get. Shoo, no more stone. I can imagine it's this guy here. Yeah. You don't need it anymore then. But here there's an opening in the colonies. The colony. Not the colonies, we only have 1 of those right now. And there's going to be another opening right here. So it's not like our stonemasons are going to be out of work anytime soon. I would prefer not to create any too many more of those. After all, it does sap pickaxes, and we often end up with more requirements for mines than we end up with. Than we need stonemasons. Also, there's a lovely bit of mountain here, which hopefully has either iron or coal, iron or gold, or both, and maybe some coal on top of it. Actually, iron and coal often occur together. At least lignite and pyrite, which is an iron sulfide, but you can just get iron out of that nonetheless. Although it's not a very pleasant process because you have to roast it. Another one has no stone. This guy. I can see where you're coming there. Why? I wanted to burn that. Destroy it. Now, don't tear down those roads. I think this guy will be the next complaining about no more stones. Should be quite good with coal. Yeah, 90 coal. We can actually build an iron smelter now, because we did bring some iron ore. Why wouldn't we bring... Okay, we also got some iron. I kind of want to have that near the iron mine, so it doesn't have to be hauled all the way back and forth. Keeping things a bit lean on the transport side. I think that's a good idea. We don't have to cut that road into sections just yet. And I like having a bit of a leeway to actually build buildings, because those will require. And if I build that flag here, I can't build a actually I can build it there. But yeah, it's just a habit. Old habits die hard, they say, and they're damn right. I'm noticing that in training every day. No, not every day, but every Tuesday and Thursday. When you try to do a technique and you realize you got into a wrong habit and you're doing it wrong and you've been doing it for quite a long time, or if they just change the focus of the technique, so they say, okay, now we want you to do more of this, or we generally want this technique to be more like this, and you have to essentially drop something you've been doing that way for several years, and it's so hard to get out. So yeah, old habits die really, really, really hard. In fact, they die probably harder than Bruce Willis. Far harder. Let's put it here. I think this place here could hold another mine. Get me a geologist. We found water. I'm very glad you looked for water there. In fact, we do need a food industry here. Ah, go away. So I suppose a fisherman would not go amiss here. Yippee, more water. Bloody more. I'm not sure if we can have those miners here essentially live on fish. We could try. But I'm a bit hesitant. I mean, it doesn't look like we get enough space for a proper farm up here. And I also need some space to build lumberjacks and a forester. So I think this area here will be designated as forest. Okay, we have a soldier. Luckily, this place only sapped one soldier. And I'm not sure how to attack that. Like, if you can attack this directly, it doesn't seem to have a reserve, so I don't think this needs to be attacked. I think if this guardhouse next to it is torn down, then the colony itself is basically down. Okay, now the ship is ready, and we found coal, which does not quite come as a surprise. You can see this used to be coal, and it's used up now. Okay, we have iron. I'll build a mine on top of that. We're not going to actually build the mine though just yet. I would prefer the things to go a bit smoother in this place before we do that. So we want to have at least the bare bones of a colony here, or of a functioning settlement. So how to do that? I think I'll sample over here. And then another woodcutter. Say here. And a forester right here. So this goes there. Can we build through the... So this place has to wait. In fact, I might want to... Damn, I can't pause a construction order. I guess I could just cut down this piece of road. It's still unoccupied. But at least we don't need as much stone anymore. This place now has its own stone supply. And it's looking like it's gonna last for quite a while. I'm not gonna say too much here, but I think this will last us quite a while. I really don't want to build around all these trees, so we need to wait for those to be cut down. We don't need to, but I kind of want to. Guardhouse here. Connect to that. I could have also built the salmon over there, but I didn't want to. Damn it! Keep forgetting that. So sorry. Another coal mine over here. Bad idea. But let's not do that right now because I want to see how long this mine will, how far this mine reaches. You know, there's coal up to here. Okay. I also really want to play Dwarf Fortress again for some reason. I don't know why. I really want to. I've been totally missing that game for ages now. But I don't have the Dwarf Therapist, because it's just not ready yet. Look at that, we're carrying things back. We're carrying fish back to the main colony, and logs for some reason. Alright, because we don't have a salmon up there. So, yeah, it would appear that the colony sends everything it can't use back to the main settlement, which I think is a nice way to handle it. But it should also mean that things are being sent to the colony as they're needed, so we should be able to actually feed this mine solely with imports and fish. I don't know if we'll actually get any imports, or if we actually have any leftover food. We have no pigs, we have some flour. Should not last too long because we also have a bakery here, which does not get enough flour. Although it might have just recently been built, so I mean, there's a lot of flour on the way. There's a fair bit inbound. Build this up. If there's one thing you really can't have enough of, it's salads. And don't know if there's a rule of thumb regarding how many ships you need in order to keep a colony safe. Where's that going? Oh, it's just going back to the colony, okay. So those are essentially helpers between colonies. Very, very expensive helpers, but still helpers. Is that carrying anything? No. So yeah, they're just carrying like single pieces of wood. Which they wouldn't need to. I mean, we do have a salmon here now. Did any of those trees get cut down? No. Ah, fine. We'll connect this. What's up? Okay, all the things are being carried now. We'll still not build that mine, though. How's the... Ah, do I want to... I don't really want to build a guardhouse here, because it feels like such a waste. Go away. Click that. To click that flag and send out a scout. And a geologist. I'm hoping for a nice bit... a nice big plain here. I can grow my own food. Yeah, it's a bit sad that this is the only iron source we have. I would hope for some in this bit of the mountain. Because I really don't like the idea of having to carry everything back to the mainland. Stone? I mean, I was going quite heavy on the stone supplies here. Intentionally, because I wanted to get this space cleared. And this will also be a nice area for another farm. Once it is in fact cleared. I might want to speed up. Could build a temporary stone mason over here as well. Or quarry rather. Let's do that. We'll just strip mine the area, and we'll replace that with another building later. Probably a military building. I found water. Great. We're also over an hour, so while this is quite fun, I think that's it's quite remarkable that they actually added this concept of expeditions and of having having a secondary bases and rather colonies. At this point, it keeps the game somewhat fresh because you keep having to do things. You keep getting into managing more stuff, which I think is just a brilliant move. Right now, if they just gave me another scenario of, yeah, defeat the Nubians or the Vikings, and if basically the only change was a reskin of the opponent, then I wouldn't be too excited about that. I mean, it's just a reskin of your opponents then, and it would just be the same thing over and over again. And by giving you this second colony to manage, I think they did a good job of keeping you engaged in the game and giving you something kind of new to do. I mean, they give you. It's just slightly different to what you had because you now have to keep ships and stuff moving back and forth, which is also very, very nice to watch. I love ships, at least sailing ships. I don't know why, just I really like them. What are you carrying? I wish I could tell them what to keep though. I really don't want them to send away all the fish. You know? We found some more iron. I was hoping for that to happen in the other colony. But if you want to, you can stack iron on top of that. What we really need now is gold. That's a very rich mountain here. Do we still have any soldiers in here? Yes, good. Well, the good news is we now have iron. And since I don't see any coal down there, probably have to put it up here. So we'll have to import the iron and just use it here. I think it's best used where you actually make it. Or where you actually where you need to process it. And well, it just saves us a bit of shipping. Because if we were to build a smelter down at the Iron Mountain, which I'm just calling the Iron Mountain now, we'd have to ship coal down here, then we'd have to ship the iron back up and have to process it into weapons and arms and tools and whatever we need out of iron. And as you can probably guess, that's quite a pain in the ass. So we don't want that. This farm could do a bit better. It's kind of new, so it's okay. There should technically be space for 2 more fields here. At least I'm quite sure I did the thing right here. Anyway, it's also about time to end this episode. It's been over long. And again, I only get 1 episode of this. I do throw in ad breaks because I can. And because it's 1 hour, okay? You get a lot of video. I mean, I'm not getting much out of this those ads anyway, but still. How many ships do we have now? 3, 4? 2 occupied. Okay, it's a reasonably sized plain. I might get 1 farm in here. Not a big one though. Let's get on with deforesting that area. Let's not cut through the mountain there. And again, can I get a geologist out here? I'm hoping he'll get to this mountain. We have to actually expand this way. I'm hoping I can get away with cutting down those trees. I wish there was a command to just cut down this tree by some other woodcutter. Like, I only want to have like those 3 trees in this area removed. And maybe those 3 here as well. Yeah, it would be so much nicer if I could just tell this guy to quickly come over and cut this down. And Settlers 3 actually could do this. You could tell your woodcutter to work somewhere else. So I could, for example, tell him to just work there for a moment. Okay, what's his name? Venus. 4th ship. I do wonder what the next one will be called. I mean, the Romans had quite a lot of gods, so we'll not run out of names too soon. Really, anytime soon. We have found water, unsurprisingly. I mean, if there's water here and there's water here, then you're very likely to find water in here as well. Although this would probably be seawater that's infiltrating. At least it seems we have stopped carrying logs back. Just make sure. Yeah, we're now carrying single fish back. Whoa. I wonder if we should start another expedition. Let's actually try that. I want 1 more expedition. I mean, this colony is doing well for itself right now, so I don't think we need them to keep occupying all our ships. We also have quite a lot of resources, at least the basic ones. So we only need is 1 builder, which is really the only big downside I see in having that. You do take away from your own building crews. Okay, let's keep that for next episode. So next time we'll send another expedition. I don't know which ship does the expedition though. Oh. Yeah, we'll find out. Apparently they all want to do the expedition. What is still needed though? I guess more lumber. Oh, okay. I thought they were sending this guy to the next colony and we now need a new builder, but no. Okay, this place is getting nicely deforested now. I'll actually tear down this entire thing and build a farm here, but I don't think the space is enough, so probably not. And yeah, we'll keep the next expedition for the next episode, just so you guys have something to look forward to. And we'll probably just go counterclockwise, so we'll probably try to do the southeast expedition then. Then we'll see what we can find. Apparently this is a mountain that is completely made out of iron. So there's not too much to be gained from there. Oh, that was a woodcutter, not a builder. I thought it was a builder. So I went to the colony. How did they have fish? Let's quickly check on our buildings here. We do need more wheat. So that is a sad truth. We need more wheat. Oh. Too short on that. Can't keep everything supplied. And it will not get better if I get a brewery. However, we do stack up quite a nice amount of coal, although that will go down quite fast once we get to build the various coal-using buildings. So the iron smelter, the mint, and the armory. That will tear through our supplies quite fast. Send out a scout. Okay, anyway, time to end this episode. I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm gonna upload this now, and hopefully, yeah, expedition ship is ready. So we leave it there, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.